welcome, Sarah Fox, to the Magic of Produce podcast. So lovely to have you.
Thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome. So, can you tell us more about your journey into writing magical coziness?
Yeah, so I started out writing non-magical cozy mysteries. I'd written several series already, and I was looking to come up with a new series to write, and I knew I wanted to set one on a farm, and I had sort of a vague idea of what I wanted it to be. And my agent was like, "That's not really enough of a hook. We need to come up with something to make it uh, have a stronger hook." And then she's like, paranormal cozies are hot right now. Would you write one of those? And I was just like, I don't know. I was like, I've never actually thought about that before. So that was just not something I'd ever even considered. So I was like, okay, let me have a little think about this. At first, I wasn't too sure, but then I kind of thought about the books that I really enjoy, and I sort of the first thing that came to mind was Sophie Kelly's Magical Cat series. And what I loved about that is there is the magical element, but the world feels really grounded. It feels like really familiar. And that's sort of what I decided to go with. That sort of idea was I just had this more grounded, not wildly paranormal, but just weaving in a few paranormal elements and through the animals. So that's what I ended up doing, was having the animal sanctuary, and then there's a couple of animals with some unusual abilities, and that's where the magic mostly comes in.
Yeah, I love that element. I think it stands out a little differently from some of the more quote unquote traditional paranormal
Thank you.
things in that way. So speaking of sort of settings, you said that the series that you really liked, the realistic and grounded setting. How did you approach your world building within your story and make it believable while adding
Right. I think because I started from basically an ordinary world, um, and then just wove in little bits of magic. Um, and the main character, Georgie, she doesn't have any awareness of like magic existing or anything at the beginning of the story either. So I feel like as the reader can kind of learn about it along with her. So as the animals kind of reveal their magical abilities, it's all new to her as well, and it comes in, I think, fairly slowly. It's not like I suddenly hit the reader with magic spells and all this happening. So it's sort of a gradual layering in of the magic, and that basically um, was how it all just came about. I didn't really think too hard about it. I was just mostly focused on the animals and how they could help solve the mysteries. What characteristics could they have that would be helpful to Georgie in solving the mysteries? And that's basically how it all came about.
you have the story or what drove you to make the animals the magical abilities versus the humans in the story?
That's a good question. I think mostly I just really liked the thought of the animals being able to help with the solving of the mysteries. I've never really had that in my mysteries before. The animals are usually just the companions, which I also love that too in cozy mysteries. So it was just to make things a little different for me, the way I was writing the animals in. And because the series is so focused on animals, not just the dogs, but also the animal sanctuary, the animals that Georgie and her aunt take in to help. That sort of just seemed like the natural way to bring in the magic was through the dogs and the owl as well.
So you have written non-paranormal cozy mysteries, and then you sort of starting to dip your toe into paranormal cozy mysteries. What advice would you give to aspiring authors who are interested in writing specifically mystical cozy
I think the main thing is just to read widely in the genre. So um, that gives you, it can give you inspiration, and also just lets you know what readers are enjoying, like what's popular. Also, maybe give you an idea of what hasn't been done yet, maybe what's a little unique twist that you can add. Um, but mostly just to write about something that makes you happy, something that gets you get excited about because writing 18,000 words, it can take a while and you want to be really enjoying the journey. So that would be the two main things, I think.
Right. What is your definition of
And that's a tough one. I sort of have a couple, I guess. I think there's magic in having wonder for the world around us. So keeping that sense of wonder, you can see the magic in the world, and but also magic is belief given power. So I think you can create your own magic through intention, just through the way you live your life and choose the choices you make and what you believe.
magical power or ability? What would it be and why?
It's funny because I was thinking about this not very long ago, just sort of randomly. And I would love to be able to fly. That's kind of the standard answer. But I was also thinking that it would be really cool if, given the way things are these days, if it could like heal the earth, the environments. And I feel maybe that would be wasted because I feel like then humans would just go in and destroy it again. But I think it would be neat if you could just go and like fix the rainforest or all the natural environments for all the animals that are going extinct.
What is your favorite way to get cozy with a book?
I just love to curl up on the couch with a cozy mystery, a blanket, my dog and my cat, and just get comfy and sit in there for a while with no interruptions and just dive right into the cozy and stay there a while.
And what are you reading right now? Do you have any book recommendations for listeners?
Yeah, at the moment I'm actually reading a historical fiction. It's called Austin at Sea, and it's basically about these girls. It's set in 1865, and there's these two sisters, a bunch of other characters as well, but they're really like obsessed with Jane Austen and her books, and so they're traveling from Boston all the way across to England to go and see where Jane Austen was and visit some of her remaining family members. And um, recently, also, it's not a new series, but new to me. I started reading Ellie Alexander's the Bake Shop. Is that what it's called? Bake Shop? Yes, and I'm like now I'm obsessed, so I'm like buying them all up. So that's what I've been reading lately. The first one of hers I picked up was actually the Body in the Bookstore. And so I was like, oh, I love this one. So I'm like, I'm going to try her other series as well. And so I tried the Bake Shop. Yeah. So,
Do you have any new projects that you would like to share or promote?
yeah, well, I've got, let's see, the third Magical Menagerie Mystery is coming out in September 2025. So that's Tales from the Crypt, and it's a Halloween themed one. I just finished writing the fourth book in the series, which um, I haven't had the title like confirmed from my publisher, but I'm calling it The Bark Before the Dawn at the moment. So I just sent that one to my editor. And I also have my very first rom-com mystery coming out in January. So that's definitely maybe not a detective is the title of that one. So I had a lot of fun writing that. So I'm excited to share that one with my readers too and see what they think.
There's a couple more in queue.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
Always writing something. So
that's great. And how can our listeners find you?
mostly I'm on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram probably number one. Um, my handle is at the Right Fox with underscores between the word and right being WRITE, the Right Fox, and Facebook too. Um, I think I'm slash author Sarah Fox on Facebook. So that's where I'm most of the time. I have a website, which sadly I have not updated in a very long time. And I actually had a reader email me like, why is your new series not on your website? And I'm like, yeah, I know, sorry. And that was a few months ago and I still haven't got around to it, but I will. So that's authorsarahfox.com. And yeah, hopefully I will get that updated before too long.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Sarah, for the podcast today.
Well, thank you. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you.